Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. Let's get that screen right. How you doing, guys? How you doing? Marseille versus Man City. We're here for the live team news when it happens. I won't say as it happens, but if you guys, when you come on, if you see the team news before me, I'm in the same boat as you guys. I'm just waiting for the team news to come out. I'm watching on my City app, got my Twitter out. It'll come out any minute now. Are we going to see Ferran Torres start? Are we going to see Phil Foden? Everybody's asking for Ferran Torres and Phil Foden to start. Let's see if City will do us the honour. Is that the right word? Well, let's see if they'll do us a favour. Let one of these kids, both of them. I can't see them both starting, to be honest. I don't think that's. It doesn't come across like that's something that Pep would do. But it's something that a lot of City fans really, really want to see. Want to see these kids, you know. If the end of the day, first teamers aren't doing the business, you know. Whatever you want to say about their experience, everything else, Raheem Sterling missed the chances. So, hi Faris, James Higgins, how you doing, buddy? Prithvi and the Animal Lifestyle. How are you guys? I haven't seen you for a while. Some of you guys, nice to have you in the house. Very, very busy day. I've been editing this. This video. When's the lineup? It should be in a few minutes. They put the lineup. They put it out a few minutes earlier than in a league game. In a league game, it's about an hour before kickoff. Champions League. If I do that, I miss it. So, just waiting to see. Wow, loads of messages coming through. But not the team lineup. Still waiting. Not really heard. You know, sometimes you might hear a little bit beforehand, but heard nothing yet. So just waiting. Will Ferran Torres start? That's the question that I want. That's what I want to know. Will Torres and Foden start? Just going to pop that on. Will Ferran Torres and Phil Foden start? That's the question we want to know. Here we go. Here we go. What's that now? Somebody else sending me some stuff. Wow. So much going on today, guys. Sorry, I'm a bit flustered. Alex Forsey, thanks for always. Hey, no worries, man. No worries. Doesn't it come out an hour before they're still 70 minutes, right? No, Faris. Honestly, the last game it was out a lot earlier than that. I mean, I remember the last game I was setting up, and I was about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes before the hour before the game. And the lineup was out, so I've got it out. Plus, guys, let you into a secret. It is my anniversary tonight. It is my anniversary today. So, what an anniversary present. Stuck in with COVID and watching the footy. Does it get any better than that, guys? Does it get any better than that? Sat at home, watching the football. Mrs. is cooking. Smells lovely. Chinese tonight. I think prawns. And nice trifle, nice bit of jelly and some fruit and some Madeira cake. Anyway, enough of my diet, what I've got to look forward to. But yeah, so I thought some of these. I end up spending about 45 minutes doing these the team news when I get there just on the minute. So plan is not to. Beyond the idea is supposed to be about 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. So I'm trying to get it right so I can do that. I'll do a watch along today if I can get my stuff set up. A lot of pain in the backsides from YouTube at the moment. I think they've changed some of the settings. Some of the settings you used to be able to copy, and now you can't. Here we go. Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodrigo, Gundogan, De Bruyne, Torres, Foden, Sterling. I told you 15 minutes before, Faris. Torres and Foden. You know what? Here's the thing. I actually put it. I just put it on the title of the video. Yeah, Ferran Torres and Phil Foden to start. That is big news, guys. It's something Pep. It felt inevitable. Even Pep couldn't be that stubborn Even Pep couldn't be that stubborn to keep on playing these experienced players. You know, like, and he can use the excuse. I mean, he can use this excuse. Oh, come on, City. Let's just have a look for Man City's. I'm just going to drag it off the website. Here we go. Looking at the subs, you've got Carson, Stefan, Stones, Bernardo, Mahrez, Cancelo, Garcia, Mecha, Doyle, Howard, Bellis, Palmer, Bernabé. A lot of people are going to be really pleased about that, guys. Oh, thanks, Prithvi. You put it up. I'm going to try and get the subs in as well. Let's see if it will fit. Might not fit on the screen. There you go. So let's go through that. Palmer, Bernabé, and Felix Mecha. He's been doing really well this season, apparently, in the youth ranks. So let's look at that. We're going to have Walker. So Edison, obviously. Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko. Looks like it's going to be a back four. Walker, no rest. Cancelo, he's dropped. Okay? Because there's no way Cancelo's being rested. Feels like a drop for him. So that's our back four. In front of them, obviously, we've got Rodrigo Gundogan. That's just what Pep does. It's just what Pep does. In Europe, you can argue in Europe, you take fewer risks. So, in Europe, fair enough. De Bruyne as captain and a front three of Torres, Foden and Sterling. Now, what is good about that is Torres is 20. Foden's 20. And Raheem Sterling is something like, is he 25 now? So you've got youth. And that's what I've been calling for. He's 25 years old, Raheem. He'll be 26 in December. I've been calling for youth for ages up front. If you're going to play a false nine, Pep, play with youth, energy. And he's finally done it. Prithvi, that was my prediction for the lineup. By the way, why isn't Cancelo playing after that brilliant performance against West Ham United? Maybe Pep wants more solidity. Maybe that's what he wants. He wants. If you look at that, you know, Diaz, Laporte, Walker, the best three at the back. Okay, is Zinchenko the best left back we've got in terms of a defensive left back? Is Pep going to rely on the front four of De Bruyne, Torres, Foden, and Sterling to do the business? That could be the way it goes. Faris says that attack is full of pace and energy, and it's not just pace and energy. Faris, obviously, if you chuck in De Bruyne as well, De Bruyne setting up people like Torres, Foden, and Sterling who will be running all over the shop. Yeah, not just running like headless chickens, but making those moves. It bodes well. You know, look, you can't ask for more from. It's what I've been asking for all season. If we're playing with a false nine, please play. I've been asking for this. If you're playing with a false nine, you play Sterling, Foden, and Torres, or you might throw in Bernardo in there as well. So when has Sterling ever worked down the middle? And no, a limited on the bench now. Absolutely, James. We had him in last game as well. Because in Europe, look at the bench. You can have, was it 9 players? Stefan, Carson, Stones, Howard Bellis, Bernardo, Mahrez, Cancelo, Garcia, Nemecha, Doyle, Howard Bellis. So that's 10 on the bench. So that's why you get, you end up with that situation where you can have 2 goalkeepers on the bench. I'm all right, Abdallah. I'm very well, actually. Busy man, but it's good to be busy. Bernardo over Gundogan in a box-to-box role, and that's the perfect lineup, says Adam C. It's 6 of one and a half dozen of the other. Horses for courses. I'm not averse to this in Europe because I just know Pep's going to do that. Hey, Faris, is that what you predicted as well? Interested in Zinchenko playing. Lovely to see Foden and Torres starting. Shouldn't Sterling be rested? You could put Felix Mecha up there. He's another one, another kid, scored a few goals, looking good. I think Pep's mindset and tactics is his way or the highway. Absolutely, Abdallah, absolutely. Every manager does it that way. We can play Bernardo, Gundogan as the 2 pivots and Torres as a false 9. Prithvi, I think we've got lots of options now. You know, look, let's look at it this way. Laporte's back with Diaz. Everybody's going to be happy about that. Okay? We've got Torres, Foden and Sterling up front. Everybody's going to be happy about that. Okay, if we're going to play a false nine, we've got, okay, not everyone's going to be happy about Rodrigo and Gundogan. Fair dues. But it's good to see that bench as well. Good to see, Garcia's still a kid, 19, Nemecha, Doyle, Howard, Belly. So we've still got, it's great. 4 kids on the bench, and 2 kids starting. That's fantastic. I'm happy with that. And something I'll say, I was talking to a football analyst today, and he was talking about this kid over in a Uruguayan kid. It's called Darwin Núñez, and he played it for Almeria last season. He played a season for them, scored a fair few goals. And so this, I was chatting about him and with this football analyst, and this kid has gone to Benfica. In his first 7 games, he's got 4 goals and 5 assists, sort of something crazy. And he's 21 years old, and Almeria in the 2nd division in Spain. But it just shows you that there are players out there that are going to zoom through the ranks. This kid's 21. You watch him, go and watch him on YouTube. He'll remind you a bit of Haaland. He's got power, pace, strength, versatility. He dribbles. He's got a lethal shot. And on one-on-one, he just places it past the keeper. He doesn't hit it under the keeper, but he's got a massive thunderbolt in his right foot. Anyway, Walker, Sterling, and Mahrez and Rodri are probably the fittest, but Mahrez was dropped due to poor form. I think so, Faris. If he doesn't win the Champions League, then Pep's cycle is finished. The amount of money spent on players at his disposal. I'm not saying win it. I never say win it, Abdullah, but do yourself justice. That's what I always want to see. I want to see us doing ourselves justice. And if you're beaten, if we'd got to the final and Bayern Munich had beaten us because they were better than us, but we played our way and Bayern Munich were just better, you say fair enough. Fair dues, no problem. But when you're getting knocked out by Monaco, getting knocked out by Spurs and Lyon because we didn't play our way, that's got to hurt. And that's the issue with Pep for me. If you get to Champions League final, Carson must start, no debate. Don't jest with us, Adam. You never know. Something might happen in this season, and Carson might be the one. Hi, Mr. Roll-Up. Just hope that Torres plays as a striker. Don't want to see Sterling on one-on-one with the keeper ever again. I'm happy with the lineup, says Ruth. It's a funny thing. I think when Sterling comes from wide on the keeper, on his left, he can curl it around him or put it under. I think he's got more options. When he's like coming straight down his throat, he's got fewer options. Or when he's on his left foot, I think that's a problem for Sterling when he's on his left foot. He wants to be on his right foot. And I don't know if it messes with his mind. Why doesn't Pep play 3 at the back with Zinni in his natural position left midfield? He can drop him while defending. Well, that might happen. That actually might happen. We might play with Walker, Diaz and Laporte. That works as a back 3. Yeah. With Zinchenko, Rodrigo and Gundogan in front of them. That kind of works. And then you could play something like 3-3-1-3. Pep, we'll see what Pep does. Abdallah, we shouldn't judge Pep's season based on Champions League only. If we win the league, then we shouldn't complain. Delap is our only available striker. Pep needs to stop being stubborn. Well, Delap can't play because he's not in the Champions League A list or B list. He wasn't picked for the A list and he can't be included in the B list because he hasn't been here long enough. So the only other striker we've got there is Felix Mecha. Pep has lost faith in his way because after what happened with Monaco and Liverpool, despite Liverpool had poor refereeing. Absolutely. Look, take nothing away from Liverpool. They blasted us. They blasted us, at that start of the game, and they got those goals. But the Monaco, I was disappointing, and the Spurs and Lyon was extremely disappointing. That's why he doesn't have it his own way. Same with Spurs second leg. Yep. No, for me, Pep doesn't have to win the Champions League. I just say do ourselves justice, but he has to go deep in the Premier League. We have to go deep in these competitions. What does deep mean? Does deep mean, you get out of your group and you end up playing Bayern Munich in the last in the quarterfinals? If Bayern Munich beat you, do you have a go at Pep? I don't think so. If Bayern Munich beat you, then fair dues, fair and square. And if they beat you in the last 16 or the last 8, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to take it on the chin. I don't have any issues with that. If you're beaten by a better team, trying to play your way, or trying to do different things if you need to. But what I don't want to see was the way we're changing things up, and then you lose. It's got to be on the manager. Hi, Kieran. I'm all right, mate. I hope you're well too. What about Lucas Lemaitre? Why isn't he getting to play for City? Lucas has gone. Lucas has gone on loan, hasn't he? He's at RS Anderlecht. Well, the thing was, even 2 years ago, I was hearing that Felix Lemaitre was better than his elder brother. So Lucas has gone. He's not good enough. That's my opinion at the time when he was coming through. You know, he went off to Sunderland. That's not maybe the best loan thing, but he didn't do anything there. He went to Wolfsburg, didn't do anything there. And that's why he's back at City. And now he's off to Anderlecht. Let's see what he does this season. You know, maybe he will blossom eventually. You know, I think Vincent Kompany said some good things about him. But then Vincent Kompany would, because he's his manager, you know, and he wants to build him up as well. But Felix, we'll see. I mean, if we're doing well, I can see Felix coming on. You know, it would be lovely to see Felix Lemaitre and Tommy Doyle coming on. Bayern will probably win. Well, Bayern probably are the favourites. I don't know why we are joint favourites. I think this team has peaked and Pepper's taken the team as far as can. I don't know, Abdallah. The team peaked. The team peaked in that Centurions and formidable season. But why can't we have a double peak? Why can't the team Pep come back with the team? You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. Do we know the formation? Probably a 4-3-3, but could be a 4-4-2 with Foden in midfield and Sterling and Ferran up front. That's a possibility, Kieran. Does Pep do 4-4-2? Could be a 3-5-2. Could be a 3-4-3. So now you get a 3-4-3 out of that. But it could be a 3-4-3. I suspect you'll have De Bruyne playing behind Torres, Foden, and Sterling. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to be interesting. Lucas Lemaitre went to your primary school, Adam. Wow. Lucas says to see Lucas has started very well at Anderlecht. He has 5 goals so far. That's great news, Adam. That's why I think Vincent Kompany's been not to say bigging him up, but he's been coming out in support of him, because obviously that gives you motivation and confidence. Yeah, to hear your manager talking, giving you such high praise. Depends on Kompany as a manager and possibly replacing Pep when he leaves City. Pretty it's too early. He didn't take to because he was last year. He was play manager, and he didn't take that like a duck to water. You know, Anderlecht were really, really struggling at the start. He got injured. He ended up retiring now. He's focused solely on managing. So maybe he's getting better. Maybe, I haven't checked their results. It's been such a busy season so far. I haven't even looked at Anderlecht's results. Last season, I would look at stuff like this, how are our loan signings doing? But obviously, we're doing so much more work on this channel and so much more work on the women's channel as well, women's side of things. The team was still young then. We definitely compete again. I agree. I think we can come back. Kompany's far too young. Don't him end up like Lampard. No. Faris, I don't have an issue with Kompany as a manager now, because he's 34 now. But he's got, was it 3 or 4 years, at least, was it 2 or 3 years left at Anderlecht? Did he sign an extension? I can't remember. But he's got plenty of time left at Anderlecht. And actually, we'll see if he's any good with what he does at Anderlecht. If you look at the Marseille preview I did with Bastien, the French guy, he talked about Bielsa. Bielsa was there, and he said he made a difference in just 1 year with his style of play. Okay, scoring lots of goals. Last season, Marseille dropped back 29 games, 41 goals, and they finished second. So they dropped back a lot in the goal scoring stakes. But Bielsa left his impact in 1 season. Now, Kompany hasn't done that, but he started to turn it around. So, there are some, can you call them mercurial managers? I mean, I'm not sure Bielsa is, but he did it in 1 season. And he left his imprint on Leeds in the first season as well. JRX is very happy with Torres and Foden, the double pivot. You can't have everything with JRX. Hope Ferran gets to play on the left. He plays with more confidence on the left rather than on the right, says Kieran. Adam, would you rather have Nagelsmann or Poch if Pep doesn't extend? I don't know. I mean, there's 2 ways to look at it. With Poch, he didn't win anything, but then he didn't have the same finances and resources at his disposal like he had at City. But he took Southampton up to a good level. He took Spurs up to a good level. Maybe he can come to City and take us further forward as well. Because there's not a lot. If you think about it, we don't have to make any big strides. Poch took a Southampton team and that was decent, but made them steady mid-table. top 10 or whatever. He took a Spurs side who was struggling around 6th into the Champions League on a regular basis. So he pushed them further forward. Now, maybe he comes to City and he takes a team that finishes 2nd or 3rd, quarterfinals of the Champions League, and takes us that little step further. You never know. Hey, Kalispira, Alexandros, hello to everybody. I hope you all find what you think of the game. It's going to be a good game. Poch plays boring football. Adam, I don't know. I think he played decent football at City, because I think just that's the way. That's what he's going to be told as well by the bigwigs. Hi, Olivia. Hope you're well, guys. Hope you're well, Olivia. Or maybe we can bring in Company as an assistant manager. That's an option, but I don't think Company would want to be an assistant. And the thing is, as far as his Poch plays boring football, they score a lot of goals. Spurs were scoring a lot of goals. Kane is scoring 20-odd goals a season. Double pivot against his Kamal. Absolutely, mate. It's what Pep seems to be doing in the Champions League. How about the Leeds coach, Bielsa? That's an option, Olivia. It's an option. Good to we can't go to Marseille. Really like the look of the ground. Never been, James. Me too, mate. Me too. In fact, when they said there was obviously not going to be any away fans, I was hoping the home fans would be allowed to go, and I could, because we were living in France, I could wangle a ticket somehow. But the situation in France, you can only go to small games, basically, small crowds. Big games is no chance, which is a real bummer, because talking to the Bastien about Marseille, about the club, and what the football clubs means to the city. There might be a bit of rough stuff, but it would have been a fantastic experience. We need Zabra's coach. He's sort of defenders out, especially Mendy. That's a good shout, Adam. And if you look back, I've actually deleted it now, but what Zabra said, about possibly coming back to City. He was doing his badges. This was a couple of years ago. And that's an option. Certainly, Rodri and Walker are literally playing every game. Says hard, it's true. Ferran wants results, not entertaining. Kamal says Nagelsmann or Potts. Let's talk about the Champions League, guys. I'd be like to exciting football, says Jurex. That's what I want to see at City again. Jews, we're back versus Liverpool, says that Ruth. Maybe. You can't coach defending, Adam. It doesn't work like that. You can coach some defending. That's why Arsenal worked so hard back in the day. Yeah, they worked so hard on the offsides. You can coach some defending. Prithvi, I sometimes wonder if Walker is human, starts so many games and yet never gets injured. It's true that Prithvi he should be playing for Liverpool. Hopefully Jesus will be ready for Liverpool, and maybe Aguero off the bench is Faris. Well, I don't even know what date that Liverpool game is, but the Liverpool game, from what I remember, is going to be. I reckon Gabby will be ready in 2 weeks' time. Aguero between 15 days and 30. Mr. Roll-up, Rodri and Gondon worked against teams that press us and attack, but we lose. We needed creativity against teams that sit back 11 behind the ball. Yeah, that's true, Mr. Roll-up. You can iron out mistakes and coach defending space, so don't agree. I agree with Adam. You can. I played as a defender, and you can coach tactics. You can coach tactics between all the defense, working as a team, working as a unit, communication, and you can also coach, as Adam C says, defending space. You can coach defenders not to dive in. You can coach people to jockey. You can coach people to get on the right side, the correct side of the attacker. These are the things you can coach, and you can actually coach tackles. Don't you remember when you were a kid that you were told if you're going for a tackle, don't wimp out of it, because the guy who wimps out of it gets hurt. If you're going for a tackle, you go in it full force, okay? And that's it. That's coaching. That's, you're giving advice and improvement techniques. Is Gabby ready for Sheffield United? No chance. Queen versus King. Nice to have you back after ages. I don't think Gabby's going to be ready. They said 1 to 2, was it 7 to 10 days, Pep said in the press conference yesterday. 7 to 10 days. That's going to be the earliest he'll be ready for the Olympiacos game next week, middle next week. If we win today, I wouldn't play Gabby against Olympiacos. I wouldn't start him. I'd bring him off the bench. 8th of November. James, thank you. So we're talking not this weekend, it's the weekend after. That's what I thought. We need everyone for Liverpool had to take advantage. Well, this is what I say, Jerex. That's why I say I would have Gabriel Jesus on the bench for Olympiacos, even if he's ready. Give him 15, 20 minutes at the end of the game, and then he's ready for Liverpool. That's what I reckon. Ruth reckons Gabby will play. So do I against Liverpool. I think Pep will replace Walker and bring in Cancelo after half time. That's a possibility. It depends how the game's going. That's experience through defending and tackling and dominating 1v1s. It's not experience, Faris. You can be coached that. I played with guys who, they played for many years, but they still didn't have that ability, that nous to defend. Apparently, the lapse in contention to start against Sheffield. That's interesting, Adam. It's interesting. I expect him to be. I'd like to see him on the bench at least. I'm just looking through that lineup again. Obviously, there's no Cole Palmer on the bench. I play him against Liverpool. Says Queen versus King. Apparently, the lapsing. Cheers. Right, guys. Another 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm off because I'm starving. I've just been cycling on my exercise bike, and I'm famished. Pau Torres for 30 million. Can't see it if he's a defender, left back. I just can't see Pep doing that. We've got one of the problems is we've got Mendy, we got Zinchenko and Cancelo, and we've got a lot of players. And I don't think they're going to say, right, you're all discarded. We don't want you. We're going to go and buy somebody else who's going to be number one. James Higgins, I think Walker has been solid this season. Doesn't offer a lot going forward, but so dependable. Wish we had the similar left back. Well, James, Walker's problem is he's defending. Going forwards, he's got those afterburners. And we saw it the last game against West Ham. It went bang, straight past his defender. Okay? And put crossing. So you've got that with Walker. His problem is his lack of concentration. Adam says, I play as a right centre-back, right-back. Trust me, a lot of elements of defending can be practiced and coached. I totally agree. Foden is in the starting lineup. Yeah, Walker goal clearance has saved us, and even in goal. I used to play as a left-back, guys. I used to play as a left-back. And, you can coach people in games, You can call it communication or whatever, but you can still be coaching people in games to get them better. Queen versus Sky, I'm 13. I play left wing and I do better than Mahrez. Faris, come on, Faris and Adam, get a room, guys. Get a room. You both play right centre back. Come on, guys. Last minute or so. Gundogan and Rodri starting together again. Says Kevin De Bruyne 0518. Yeah, it's the way it is. You can do the 100 meters in 14 seconds. That's not bad. I can't remember what my quickest 100 meters was. It weren't quick. It had been somewhat around that level as a kid. I'm trying to think. My 400 meters, I could do it in under 70 seconds. I think 400 meters. And that was when I was in my 40s or late 30s. Is Foden starting? Yep, Foden starting. There's the lineups on the screen. The lineups on the screen. We've got Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Zinchenko, Rodrigo, Gundogan, De Bruyne's captain, Torres, Foden, and Sterling. Cheers. Thanks, James. I'll be doing Sterling can't do it in like 11. Oh, yeah. He's got a lot of pace on him, Sterling, obviously. That's why he's playing Premier League football. I'll tell you what, if I could run 100 meters in 11 seconds, I'd be playing Premier League. I'd have a good chance of playing a decent standard of football. If I could run 100 meters in 11 seconds, even with a poor touch and control, you'd be zooming past people. You chase long balls like Vardy. All right, Vardy's got a bit more skill than me. But anybody who can run 100 meters in 11 seconds has got a chance of playing a decent standard of football. Because you can't beat a bit of pace. Yes, skill and technique and all that, but pace gets you in some positions that that somebody else wouldn't get into those positions. And then you can work on your touch and your technique and your shooting and stuff like that. It's very hard to work on your pace. If you're a 12-second 100-meter person at the age of 20, you're not going to be running 11 seconds. If you're an athlete as well, yeah. If you're an athlete running at 12 seconds, I reckon at 12 seconds 100 meter at the age of 20, I can't see you running 11 seconds. I can't see you making that. It's a huge gap to make up. Vardy's very underrated, says Faris. Mahrez isn't the same with us. Absolutely, Faris, I agree. Right, guys, I'm going to be off. I'll see you guys for the watch along. I've got to sort out all my equipment, but Faris, watch along. Watch along. I'll do a watch along today. I'm just trying to set up my lads sorting it all out, but we'll do a watch along today, guys. Okay, look after yourselves. See you in about. But James, Usain Bolt tried it. He was crap at football, but he would have still played a decent level of football, I reckon. still a decent level of football. So watch along today, guys. I'll be back about 5 to 8. Yeah. Cheers, guys. See you later.